Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where last episode we experienced the new bleed out system, and it was interesting to be sure. We forescienced it, and one of our pilots did end up dying. I have already replaced that pilot with Sarge here. She was the cheapest available option, and we'll just go ahead and give her a point of gunnery and tactics. Fantastic. Now, we also got ourselves a potential new mech that I took a look at off camera and ended up deciding that I didn't want to get this one going, this Gladiator here. The reason I decided against it was A, it's only a 55-tonner, and B, these hardpoints kinda suck. 3 energy and a missile hardpoint. We might be able to make something work with it, but for now we'll just keep it in our back pocket, and we will just repair our mechs. So we've replaced our pilot, and we're going to tick forward here. This is of course our financial report immediately, and that is fully expected. There we go. And we are going to continue to tick forward here for a little bit. Now we have everything except for the quick draw at this point. And I think we go ahead and deploy without the quick draw. We should be okay, right? Let's double check here. Do we have 7 or 8 mechs available right now? We should have 8, I believe. And yes, this is indeed 8 mechs available. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and hop into the command center and see what we have available here. I don't really care so much for the option here. The pay is okay, I guess. Yeah, the pay is okay. I would kind of prefer to run this one, although it's a blackout, so that would probably end up being a 2-episode mission, just because of timing and the fact that blackouts are a little bit on the tougher side. Well, not really tougher, but a little bit on the longer side. We could run like this one. That might not be a terrible option. Alternatively, this one would be even better. And I think we'll go ahead and run this. So we can run it in, say, this position here. And it would be exactly as is here, except we need a new Hunchback pilot. Do we have anyone with pre-existing Hunchback affinities? Yes, Glaive has Hunchback affinities. Okay, and we would need the Shadowhawk 2C over here. And do we have anyone with pre-existing Shadowhawk affinities? Let's check. That's a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so I think we're just going to bring Sarge in the Shadowhawk. Just to get some XP on her. Excellent. Yeah, I know we have a little bit of unused tonnage on those mechs. It'll be fine. So this is a 3-skull difficulty, so we are expecting this to be a little bit on the higher difficulty side. We'll see what our OP4 ends up looking like. I didn't even look. I assumed we were against Clan Diamond Shark. Is that accurate? I assumed that's who we were against. I guess we're gonna find out. So if it's Clan Diamond Shark, then our odds are pretty good that we'll be up against 10 units, maybe up against 5. If we're not, then it goes to probably 8, maybe 4. Unless we're against Comstar. But we'll see. I hope we're not against Comstar. We're allied to them, so I don't think it's possible for us to be against Comstar. Pirates. Okay, this isn't going to be very difficult, and it's not going to be the best salvage either then. So we need to destroy the pirate lance. We believe there's a pirate lance operating on Terra within a region we control. All local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Patrol the area, find the enemy lance, and eliminate it. Okay, so I kind of regret going up to a 3rd priority salvage against pirates. We'll see if I still regret that a little bit later on. They're all the way through this ravine, and I don't like the ravine. That said, I don't want to land up here. I feel like we have to move through the ravine just because of the lay of the land here. Yeah, we literally have to move through the ravine. Okay. There's no way around it looking at the map borders. So we'll drop right about here. All of these should be okay, with the possible exception of the Veagle. I'm actually going to manually place these, just to make sure... Not there. Just to make sure that we are anywhere, or not anywhere, where we could potentially be stuck.
All right, everyone. Stay frosty.
Okay, so the Pirate Lance is out over this direction. Oh, we have allies. Including a bomber.
Okay, y'all.
Fascinating.
Stay frosty.
The Ifrit moved twice in a row. Fascinating. We see a light rocket carrier, an Orion, an Archer, and an Asher. Okay, I no longer regret adding the priority salvage.
I'm receiving you.
Now, that light rocket carrier is a little bit spooky, to be sure. And I'm going to reserve. We're going to let them come to us. Heavy APC moves up. The Archer steps forward, goes for the Ifrit. That's okay. Running dual LRM-20s, I see. Pretty standard Archer loadout. The Orion comes forward. Goes for our Centurion. That AMS still going. We're going to reserve to phase 13.
For the right opportunity.
Okay, the Plainsman moves forward. The light rocket carrier backs off, goes for the Ifrit. Okay, that's what we wanted. At this point, we can now move in. So we're going to move up with our Hunchback. This isn't the best LOS here, but we can fire on this Archer and have okay hit odds. That's a hit with the AC-2 anyway.
I'm here.
The Ghost is going to sprint forward up over this direction, just work on closing in. I did want to check their rocket carrier. We can't see if the rocket carrier is entirely out of rockets yet. It may or may not be. That AMS is still triggering. Wow.
What do you need?
I'm actually surprised at how much is available for that AMS on a per round basis. So our Shadowhawk will move up. Our Veagle will also move up. They're mostly hiding behind this rocky outcropping right now.
Yes, Commander.
Our Blackjack will step forward. I do want to check clustering. They're not very clustered. I think we're probably going to look to blow some armor off of this Orion.
Confirmed.
Okay, that's a little bit of armor. And this Centurion will close in just as much as it can.
Affirmative, Commander.
Okay. And then, so will this one. We do have access to the ATMs. Let's check our hit odds. I don't think it's worth firing right now. Oh, hello. We can see that it is indeed out of rockets. It does have an MRM-20, an unidentified weapon, and 2 mine dispensers. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So this Hunchback will, of course, close in as much as possible. Okay. The Ifrit moves up, goes for the Orion, gets a couple hits in there. I like it.
Yes, Commander.
This Centurion is going to close in over here.
10-4.
And we are going to go for... the Orion, looks like.
Acknowledged.
Only 1 hit, but that's okay.
Something I can do.
The Veagle is absolutely going to close in over here.
Roger
And
that.
we are going to look at hitting this Asher. I want to tag this first, before anything else.
Confirmed.
Very nice. That was a solid hit.
Waiting for orders.
The Ghost is going to join our Centurion over this way.
Affirmative.
The Archer is going to move a bit and fire on the Veagle. Not getting too much done. That's great. Next up, this Centurion is going to position here. And we're going to fire on the Asher.
Now let's see how we handle this.
That side arc is getting pretty weak. The Orion steps forward. Goes for the Centurion. Barely gets anything done. Man, the AMS on that Ifrit is impressive. It's out of AMS Mark II ammo, looks like, but even so, it really did some work there. We're going to position the Hunchback here. And we're going to fire the heavy rifle.
Taking the shot.
Wow, an 80% miss. Okay, that feels a little bit bad.
Yeah.
But we're going to move up with our Shadowhawk 2C.
I'll do what I
And we are
can.
going to go for the hit on the Asher here. Hopefully a kill, but honestly, probably not. Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Yep.
This Hunchback is going to look for an unobstructed LOS. We don't really get one. We're going to
Let's
position
move.
here, I think, and maybe hit this Archer. Actually, the Orion is the better target. I'm kind of afraid of stray-shotting our rear arc, but let's see. Okay, we didn't. The heavy APC moves up, doesn't do anything.
Commander.
The Blackjack is going to close in over here.
Aye, aye.
And I think at this point that we drop our Arrow 4 on the light rocket carrier.
On.
Not as good of a hit as I was hoping for, if I'm honest. Zephyr and Plainsman. Okay. So the rocket carrier moves now. This could potentially hurt, but it's going for the Ifrit. Excellent. It's still got the missile AMS. And now the Asher is going to move, and it positions up by the Archer. Fascinating. Okay. Phase 24, the Ifrit will move. It'll just close in over here. That was a really solid hit on the Orion. I would have closed in first, though. And then it backs off. Okay. Definitely not what I would have done with it, but whatever. We're going to move up with this Centurion. I would like to go to this position. It's a little bit risky because we're in rough terrain. The Asher, I don't want to hit. However, the light rocket carrier and the Orion both have exactly the same hit odds. We're going to go for the Orion since this is in its weak arc. That's actually a kill on the Orion.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
Wow. Okay, well, we probably get an Orion out of this. We also have a few Archer parts. So let's go ahead and take out this rocket carrier, I think, if we can. Should we fire this in slug mode? I think we should.
Take this.
I'm actually a little bit shocked that that didn't kill it. The Archer closes in, fires on that Centurion with those missiles, and mostly misses.
Reporting minimal damage.
I'm actually surprised that it mostly missed there, but okay. We're going to move up with our Shadowhawk. We're going to go for that light rocket carrier. And this is on the strong side. I think... Do we fire the rockets here? I think we don't.
Roger.
We'll just do that. Heavy APC moves up, doesn't do anything at all.
Receiving you.
The Blackjack is going to step in over here. The obvious choice is that we drop the Arrow 4 on either of these, and our hit odds are slightly better on the Asher.
Roger that.
That was a perfect shot, I think.
I think I hit something good.
Okay, phase 15, the Zephyr doesn't do anything.
Commander.
This Hunchback is going to close in. This is ideal range for the heavy rifle. Light him up.
Acknowledge.
Okay, that wasn't a good heavy rifle
Think I
shot.
hit something good.
Next up, our Vigo. Our Vigo can get into position to fire on the Asher over here, and we're going to do that mostly with the AP Gauss rifle. I'm not going to fire the ERPPC for heat. Wow, we missed everything on the AP Gauss rifle. That makes me sad. Was that obstructed
I was
LOS?
thinking
It may have been. We're going to move our Ghost up past our Centurion here.
All right.
And in terms of hit odds, we're definitely going for the rocket carrier. This is likely a kill. Fantastic.
Vehicle down.
So, we are now going to move up with... Actually, are we going to move up with this Hunchy? No, we're going to move back to here with the Hunchy. And we're going to pot shot at the Archer.
Confirmed.
Ooh, that was solid.
Tech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Okay, phase 7. At this point, the Asher moves. That's quite irrelevant to us. Okay, when does he move next round? He moves phase 16. We have a lot of time. The Ifrit's going to go for the Archer. Only a little bit of armor damage there.
Standing by.
Our Centurion is going to move up to here. We'll check our hit odds. We're going to go for the kill on the Archer. I think I'm going to fire this in cluster mode rather than slug mode, just because I want the damage to spread out a little bit more on this Archer. That's a knockdown there.
Report.
And down goes the Archer. Heavy APC moves up, but doesn't do anything. We're not shocked by this, of course. We are going to position over here. And we are going to light this guy up with everything the Veagle's got. And that is a dead Archer. Fantastic. So all that's left, of course, is the Asher, and that is in a rather stricken condition right now. So we're going to move up, and we're going to fire on the Asher. Are we better off firing Inferno SRMs? Yes, indeed we are. I'm going to avoid firing the lasers here, and we'll just fire the Inferno SRMs. I did hope that that would kill it.
That hit something good.
Yeah?
Well, the Hunchback can finish it off. I hope.
Okay, I'm on it.
Solid. Okay. So, I believe that may end up being our first two heavies.
Mission successful.
Well, other than the quick draw, actually. That would be our second two heavies. I forgot about the quick draw for a moment. Let's be honest. I think of the quick draw as a big medium. I don't think of the quick draw as a heavy. And that's, maybe not great, but that's how I think of it. So, we had basically no damage. That was a super easy milk run. That is only one Orion part and only one Archer part. I hope that that's enough. I know we had quite a few of both. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. The MRM-20 is nice. So is the Rocket Pack 20. And I'm going to take... I can't pass up the 4 Rocket Pack 15s. Let's see what we get from the roulette here. 3 machine guns. We don't need that. Mine dispensers. I hate them. Engine Core 125. We don't have one. A missile accuracy FCS. We definitely want to keep that around. A primitive FCS. No thanks. 3 of them, in fact. Basic sensors. Pass. LRM ammo. We've got plenty. Machine gun ammo. We've got plenty. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue here. And let's see what we can get from the Archer and Orion combo there. I was hoping to have more than one part. But ultimately, with only 3 priority salvage, this is probably about the best we'd be able to do. So let's see if we have enough. I can't remember how many of each we needed. I think it was only 1 for one of them, but I think the other one might have been 2, and I can't remember which is which, so we'll see. Okay, yep, go ahead and do that, Yang. That's absolutely fine, no problems there. Look at how short these fatigues are now. I do like that. So let's go ahead and go into our mech bay here. And we're going to go into our storage. And in here, we should be able to go into our heavies, and we can't bring out an Orion or an Archer. We needed 2 parts from both. Let's see here. We have 3 Orion parts currently, and we have a total of 3 Archer parts as well. Well, that makes me sad. I was definitely hoping that we would be able to make at least one of them. If there were more parts available, I might have grabbed 3 parts from one, but there weren't. So that's okay, I guess. And we are then going to continue to tick forward at least 2 days here. So let's go ahead and do that. And that gets all of those mechs repaired and everyone back in duty. So let's go ahead and hop into the barracks here. And just do a little bit of training. Geezer can grab a point of piloting, that's fine. Glaive, you're not needing anything.
Yeah?
Overhead can grab a point of guts, not like that's particularly useful.
What do you need?
Sarge, you can grab a point of piloting.
Tech warrior training complete.
Commander?
And that appears to be it. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a short episode. I was hoping for a couple more heavy parts. There's no doubt about that. But we're ready to deploy again at this point, and it is not quite time where I'd like to put a cut in here, but pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here now. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And next episode, we're going to try to get a couple more heavy parts. I was really hoping that that would have been two heavies for us. Alas, it was not to be. I'll see you all next time.